1995, very much interested in projecting our creations, our films, animations into the public sphere. But in those days, projectors were not very bright and building surfaces were never just flat white screens. So we created imagery out of direct light sources integrated into the building facades that would be visible then throughout the skyline from long distances. So that was way back then. Yeah. Oh, I mean, we keep on building them. We worked on large scales. I mean, with you guys at Signify, we've worked on the Cepsa Tower, which is based in Madrid. It's Spain's largest, tallest building that was basically taken over by an energy group that wanted to communicate its branding on a monumental scale, which we did with the use of a bunch of lights that then get animated and compositions created to reflect different moments of the year for this brand. Yes, and then other projects, we've done many other projects as well. Well, I would say not much to begin with, in the sense that we work with an architect, with a brand. We try to create something that will bring the architecture to life and carry the brand identity. So we imagine all sorts of things. Then we see what is possible from a technological point of view, and then we sort of fine-tune the concept to the available technology, or we call some of our contacts at Signify and see if they can help us push the limits of technology to reach the desired effect from the original concept. Our sources of inspiration at Magic Monkey are multiple, in the sense that we are very much inspired by nature, we're very much inspired by movement, we're very much inspired by dance, and we're very much inspired by translating these different effects into light installations on large scales that are often inviting the public to contribute also, to interact with, and share some of their feelings and emotions on a large scale, such as the installations we develop and we build. We're really specialized in facade projects. So it's really mostly just very large headquarters or high rises. We have not had the opportunity working on small scale projects. No, they're permanent. So very often we collaborate from the onset with the architects and the owner or developer to integrate some imagery, some lighting system into the building's architecture in a permanent manner. Right. I mean, one of the great desires, fantasies of our design team at Magic Monkey is to get rid of cables and power supplies, and so become purely ethereal. And we're hoping Signify will help us reach that. Yes. Well, one of the projects we really enjoyed working on was the lighting of the America's Cup when it took place in Valencia a few years ago. We were asked to activate a brand, one of the sponsors, which was Endesa Energy Group, and at the same time make the port look good. And so our ambition there was to integrate every one of the hundreds of flag masts with individual light pixels, which from a frontal point of view would appear as just color changing elements. But as soon as you line them up in a perspective looking towards the sea or the other side of the port, you would be able to display actual imagery and video that was, again, just in the air. It was a monumental optical illusion, which was a lot of fun to create and a bit risky also at the beginning, because we could calculate it, we could simulate it, but it was not until we built it that we could actually demonstrate its possibility. And it was a great success, and it was a lot of fun working there. So yes, what excites us is the process of really listening to the architect's vision, understanding the client's identity, merging the two, and then bringing it to an urban scale, and living basically its impact with the public and having the public interact with the project as well. This combination of elements makes it rather satisfying for us to work. Interactivity is very important to us in the sense that we are specialized in large-scale projects, and we really want the public to take ownership of these large-scale projects on the urban fabric by allowing them to contribute their own vision, their own points of view to these projects. And so they're often open to public participation, and it's extremely wonderful to see how creative people are and their ideas, and see these things have an impact on the city, basically on the people dwelling around there.